Round 6 of the FIA European Formula 3 Championship. We're at the legendary street circuit in the city of Nuremberg in southeastern Germany, the Norisring. And the weather not too kind. Very changeable conditions throughout the weekend with periods of heavy rain, making life very tricky for the young drivers, but it's another vital part of their learning curve.
I think it's a great proving ground. If you look at the history of Formula 3, many years ago drivers like Senna and the likes were going straight from Formula 3 to Formula 1. Today I think there's many different routes to make your way to Formula 1 if that's what you'd eventually like to do. But it's close, it's competitive, really nimble little car.
Among the drivers in the field, Matt Solomon, who's come to Europe from Hong Kong to prove his talent after a great season in the Chinese Formula Master Series. 19 years old, he's a first-timer here at the Norisring. The Double R driver is going to show us around this intimate street track.
Hi, I'm Matt Solomon, driving for Double R Racing, and here's a lap with me around the Norisring. So we're coming to start a lap now. You have to make sure you get a good exit out of the last corner so that you get a good run onto the straight. So going across the start-finish straight now, up into 6th gear. There's a slight kink right going into turn 1. You brake around just before the 100-meter board, down to 1st gear. It's a very slow first corner. You have to hug the corner, and to get a good exit, you need to run out close to the wall on the right-hand side. Coming to turn 2 now, from 5th gear down to 3rd gear. Carry quite a bit of speed into the first part of the corner. Set yourself up with a good line for the second part to get a good exit onto the straight. It'll be important to get a good exit on the straight for the races, for example, as this next corner is another good opportunity for passing. Another slow corner now, 2nd gear, but quite a wide exit, so you get on the power early and you get a good exit onto the straight. And turn 1 will be another good opportunity for overtaking, so I'm sure the races will be exciting. So that was one lap around the Norisring. Hope you enjoy the race.
Though Friday's qualifying was dry, first race on Saturday offered nothing but rain. Poor conditions, not the best place on the grid for Solomon in 25th spot. A lot further forward, but not even a 10th quicker in 12th, Gustavo Menezes. He had a big crash in Spa a week ago, suffered no ill effects, and he's in a new car this weekend. Time then to catch up with him.
Hi, my name is Gustavo Menezes, and I'm racing with Dragana IM with Carlin Racing. I started in karting when I was 5 years old, back at home in California, and made my way over to Europe when I was a teenager to compete in the World Championship, and made my way through the Formula cars. Now I'm here in the Formula 3 European Championship. Yeah, I'm racing with Dragana IM, as you guys know, and I'm sponsored with a few companies, Oakley including, Sparco, Tri-Pacific, and energy drink called Mate Bro that's coming over in the US, and of course some private investors that I'm very thankful of. My idol is Ayrton Senna. He's set a very strong example for all the drivers coming up through the ranks, just showing how intense he was and, of course, the talent he had. Formula 3 has had a very strong impact in motorsport all the way through history, and I think it's been an example of the strongest, most important championship in a driver's step to Formula 1. So it's always been a plan, and now that I have the opportunity to be here, I think we had to take it. My favorite tracks are Spa and Hungaroring. Both are very challenging circuits that shows the driver's ability quite a lot. And I think it's a good track because you know when you're on the limit, it's a good time.
Championship leader Charles Leclerc leads the field away. He's on pole for race 1, but it'll start behind the safety car because of the appalling weather conditions. So behind the safety car before the start of the race. When the drivers are finally released, it's Leclerc who emerges from the spray. Second place, Max Günther. Alexander Albon in 3rd place. He drives around the outside immediately for 2nd spot into the 1st corner. Drifts out wide, but manages to hang on. This is always a focal point for trouble. Sergio Seti Camara, Michele Beretta tangle there shortly after the start. Daily shows they're not the only ones to have gone off. After the safety car period restarts with Felix Rosenqvist trying to get by Max Günther. Antonio Giovinazzi's yellow car trying to get into the battle as well. As Rosenqvist runs out of grip on the exit, Giovinazzi uses the momentum to go by him. Rosenqvist needs to get a shuffle on. Max Günther holding off Giovinazzi. As he runs out wide, Giovinazzi takes a tighter line. Günther snaking under acceleration, keeps his nose in front. Giovinazzi again tries, and this time he goes back on the inside. Good battle between the two of them. No quarter given or asked in these treacherous conditions. Giovinazzi again gets his nose in front. Günther determined not to give it up.
We fight it a lot, and it was for sure quite tricky. Also with the cars that were one lap behind us to overtake them. Antonio overtook me in the second corner. He could just brake a bit later than me, and he was on the inside, so yeah, I couldn't re-overtake him.
Out front, comfortably so, Charles Leclerc. Important points for the championship. Can't afford to throw it away in traffic. Giovinazzi second, ahead of Günther and Felix Rosenqvist in fourth place, struggling in the spray. Leclerc splashing his way through the front, but trouble for another championship contender. The red, white and blue car, Jake Dennis, clatters into Arjun Maini while lapping him. Santino Ferrucci and Matt Solomon also getting it wrong there. End of the race for Matt Solomon.
Just trying to let someone through, slow it down for the yellow flags, and then someone hit me from behind. So yeah, I think it's very tricky, you know, especially you know, when you can't see anything. Going into turn one from such a high speed to such a low speed, it's always going to be an issue.
Well, trouble next for Antonio Giovinazzi behind the safety car. He catches part of Jake Dennis's car under his front wing. Now you can see the debris, the rear wing from Dennis's car, and unsighted by the spray and the safety car, Giovinazzi, lucky actually not to hit one of the marshals who was there, runs over a curb, and that is enough to dislodge the bit of debris. His team is waiting with a new nose, but it seems as though he may not need it. Spits out the bit of wing. Well, as the crowd huddle from the rain, the race will end behind the safety car. Antonio Giovinazzi, lucky he didn't pit, he remains in second place. Charles Leclerc claims victory. Giovinazzi in second, Felix Rosenqvist in third place. He had to take avoiding action when the wing got spat out from under Giovinazzi's car. For Charles Leclerc, it's race win number 4 of the season.
Obviously, with the spray, it's easier to start in first. But yeah, it has been quite a good race. But yeah, then the safety car, nice for me. But yeah, I'm happy to have won.
It was a really crazy race. Actually, I didn't know which one the car I can overtake. You know, there was so many cars over there. And yeah, I just know I was P2 just when we was behind the safety car. So yeah, good race, good points. Charles still P1, but I think from P7 is good job for us. The car was really good, so we just keep pushing like that.
I didn't really know who I was racing, who I was not racing, and it was very confusing the whole race. I didn't even know I was on the podium until I arrived here. So. But yeah, in the end, to be third was not bad in such a race. It's hard to survive, and there's many things that can go wrong in a race like that, so I'm quite happy with that.
Still to come, more action on the streets of Nuremberg. Stay with us.